Today we're going to give you guys the rundown. This is my 2024 Stark Varg MX. I gotta say, of all the bikes I have had on this channel, I think this one is by far one of my favorites. Now, when I got this thing, I got it back in January. I was super stoked to finally get my hands on one. I really wanted to do something cool. And with every kit that I've done on my channel, it's all been related to, you know, G-Bear and my channel and the brand, which I wanted to do the same with this one, but I wanted it to be something a little bit more than just G-Bear. And so I did a lot of thinking, and the one key moment that I really remember was the very first time I got a motorcycle. And I remember saving literally every single penny I had, literally selling my left nut. Okay, I didn't do that, but thought about it. And that feeling of finally getting your hands on that thing you've been working so hard for so long, it just seemed surreal. And to even think like that led me to where I am today is just insane. And that all started because of that feeling I had. So I knew that I had to create like another brand that would kind of represent that feeling. And that word that I finally figured out was Dopamine. After finally coming up with a brand name, now I had to create a graphics kit related to that. I may be creative when it comes to video stuff, but when it comes to graphic design and anything related to art, you might as well just give a pencil to a 5-year-old. But I put my heart and soul into that Dopamine brand, and it's all related to that feeling of working super hard to accomplish something. And then when you finally get to it, there really is no better feeling. And that's exactly why I called it Dopamine, because it's built to be dope. But I have to give a huge thank you to Omega Motographics for making this design come to life. Now when it comes to a build, in most bikes it comes to like building the motor and making it much faster, but you know, this is the fastest dirt bike in the world, so I basically did everything but that. That kind of reminds me of like the car guy who says he has all these mods and all he has is a couple of stickers.
What a fucking idiot.
But it's different. I knew immediately that I wanted to turn this bike into a supermoto. So the first thing I wanted to do was buy some brand new wheels. I realized that it was going to take about a month to get the new wheels, and I am not that patient. I just said, we'll figure out that idea later. So the other thing I knew I really wanted to do was turn this bike into a stunt build. But in order to do that, I had to get a handbrake, a dual caliper bracket, and then a front caliper. I have a whole video on this entire setup if you guys want to go watch that. I got it from Factory Z, and they sell a kit that literally comes with all of it. So I'll leave a link to that in the description if you guys want to check that out. But literally while I was installing those parts, I found a set of Stark Varg wheels that came from Warp 9 on Facebook Marketplace. I might have had to drive like 6 hours to go get it, but we made it happen. They came with the all-terrain wheels, and I really wanted just some street tires, but I figured that'd be a relatively easy change. Planned on just riding a lot of street, and then, you know, Paul takes me on these insane adventures, so still might switch to street tires soon, but the all-terrain tires actually low-key kind of learned to like them. So we turned this bike into a supermoto, then we turned it into a stunt bike, and the very next thing I wanted to do, if it's going to be a supermoto, well, I want it to be street legal. I had to get all of the required parts to make it street legal. We had to get a headlight, a tail light, a horn, the mirrors, a 12-volt battery, the wiring harness, the switches, and the plate mount. And that is when I found Dirt Scoot Designs. Now, Dirt Scoot Designs did the same thing as Factory Z, where they sold an entire kit where you can buy all of the parts in one. And you have multiple options to choose from. You can get different headlights, you can get different turn signals. So I will also leave a link to the Dirt Scoot Designs package in the description as well if you guys want to check that out. Now, getting a dirt bike street legal in Texas is a literal nightmare. And so one company that I've been using for the longest time is Dirt Legal. You can get pretty much any off-road vehicle street legal. You have an LLC. If you don't know how to set one up, they'll do it for you. You can get a fully street legal bike and completely avoid going to the DMV at all. pretty sure is everything that we put on this bike. I might have forgot a few things. I know I have a different sprocket on there and stuff, but... Oh, and I have the front fork guards completely wrapped. They're just not put on the bike right now because I need to cut them. Yes, guys, I still don't have a kickstand, but that's a whole different story. I swear to God I bought one. Oh, and I forgot that I gotta grab a camera. Yeah. Oh, well, it was nice. What up, brother? I don't know what you're staring at, besides the sexiest content creator of all time. And the sexiest bike of all time. Of course I know what you're staring at. But there is one massive project that I want to do for this bike, and it's going to take some time, and that is to powder coat both the frame and the wheels. Probably a good time to ask you guys what colors you think I should go with. I kind of want to do the half white, half black, similar to the Sur Ron, but I'm actually open to doing more colors than just black and white. I was thinking about something like red, maybe gold. I don't know yet. And then same thing with the frame. Probably get this cover powder coated as well. But that is a project I will work on a little bit later. Let me enjoy it while I have most of these parts on already, and we will eventually get to that point. Then this Stark project will be done, and my signal was on that whole time. Looks like it's about to rain on me, dude. I should probably start heading back, just in case. God damn. I think the rain gods are on my side. Oh my God, okay, Jesus Christ. But let me know if you guys want to see more videos related to the Stark. I can do a range test, I can do the pros and cons, maybe 10 things I hate about my Stark, 10 things that make me want to marry my Stark. Just let me know, because any excuse to ride this, I'm gonna take. Damn, that weather changed fast, bro. Fucking asshole with this fucking heat gun. Oh fuck. I think it's my first day, dude. Fuck these laces. Oh look, she's naked. Jesus Christ.